Hello. Hopefully everyone can hear me. If you can't, sorry. I probably won't notice for a bit. Let me see if I can get some background music up. We'll be starting pretty soon. Looks like we have 11 competitors tonight, which I think is our highest turnout so far, which is really good. I'm really happy to see these results. And honestly, thank you guys for supporting us and our little fun weekly locals, I guess, if you want to call it that. All right. Thank you, Burning Messiah. Appreciate that. All right, we're just kind of waiting for people to check in, and then we will start round one. Hello, friends.
Hello.
You guys will be the stream match because you guys were like the first ones ready.
Okay. I think for your own sake, don't look at my deck log.
Oh no.
That's too much effort for me to look up your deck log.
No, not you, kid.
Alright, I am playing Uma. Is that Dragon or Uma?
Dragon.
Dragon. Okay.
You gotta cut the deck.
I'll tap the deck.
Like,
If you want to do the same thing.
Yep, sure. I'll do 1, 2, 3 from your left to right.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, sure.
And for yeah.
Hanson, do you have a way to zoom in a little bit more, or is that?
I don't.
Okay, that's fine then.
Can you figure something out?
It's good. Yeah, I don't worry about it. I got it.
Okay. I'll do 1, 2, 3 then.
So from left to right.
Sure.
Okay. I rolled the 1.
Go second.
All right, everyone. Round 1 is starting here. We have Hanson, which is on the right, where it goes by Fresh Cabbage. He's on Uma, I believe. And then player on our left is on Dragon.
I'll keep the
I'm going to pull up their deck list here on the side.
Pass first turn.
Okay. I'll play Mana Token and I'll pass.
Draw 1. Play Oracle. Pass.
Okay. Mana Token, swing for 2.
Okay.
Play Aoi Kiryun and I'll pass.
Start, draw 1. I'll play Oracle, ramp, and pass.
Sure. Draw.
Oh my god. Okay, so I see why Angel on the left here did not want me to see his deck lists, but we got a Phoenix Roost gamer here. Now I'm rooting them for 100%. Hanson's list of Uma here is a little bit more, I feel like a little bit more control oriented. Let's see if I can.
Yep.
Oh, wrong side there.
I will pass after.
Start, draw 1.
All right. Hanson's deck code there on the left.
I'll play Neptune for 5.
Angels here on the. Sorry, Hanson on the right.
I'll rush the Orca into my Top Gun.
Angel will be here on the left, just updated now. If you want to look up the deck codes yourself.
One for Bellringer, and then I'll ward both of them. She's a 4/4 ward.
Okay. My turn?
Yep.
So we have Neptune on the field. It's a 5-drop we normally don't see in most builds. It's paid to evolve. It summons a Megalorca token on play, which is a 2/2 follower. And then while this card's on the field, your Megalorca tokens have Rush. This is a very uncommon card to see. The evil form of it does give Storm to your followers, and the card itself has a ward and it becomes a 5/5. Interesting to see. It's been removed already as I was looking away.
Lampit, kill Bellringer.
Yep. Draw 1.
I see there was a double ramp early on. Very strong for Dragon.
And then also in 1 phase.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Start, draw 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play Rico for 6.
Yep.
I'll attack the vodka, and then I'll destroy the Asian Flash.
It doesn't have ward.
Oh. Yeah, I'll just attack Kiryu and then destroy Asian Flash still. Wait,
Sure.
no, I'll destroy Vodka. I'll destroy Vodka.
Sure.
Yeah. Vodka is more of a card that will snowball out of control if not taken care of quick enough. So I think that was the correct choice, even though we have Ancient Flash over here. Is that a 6/6 now? Jesus. This is round 1. Is Dragon. We have Dragon Gaming here on the left with 2 copies of Phoenix Roost. They're going pretty all in on the ramp
yeah, and
here.
on strike, she does treaty as well. Yep.
Deal 3 to it, and then I'll mill 2.
Hanson here on the left, Fresh Cabbage, playing more of a control-oriented Uma, I believe.
Okay.
Rico.
Yep.
I will
Right.
grab Vodka, and then I'll go 6 face.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Start. Draw 1.
Dragon not having good time here. Didn't ramp and set up board quick enough. Unfortunately, Uma here was able to get a pretty good board going and was able to push a lot of damage early on here. Looks like Dragon is now at 7 life total, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to be a hard deficit to get through.
I think you have it.
Okay. Draw. You're tapped out?
Yep.
Okay.
It's probably game here.
Play Dial Scarlet, search flower for you, pump Asian Flash, attack for green.
Yep.
Okay.
And that is game there, being able to search out a pump spell.
Cool.
Dang, that was a quick game, guys. GG.
Where is it? I couldn't find it. Don't tell me they're stacked. It was next card.
Oh, you're playing Phoenix Roost. I see.
Phoenix Roost Gaming.
Yeah, good game.
Again.
Oh my god. That was a quick round 1. Might hop into another game here in a second, just to see what's up.
I think that beats 1.
6. Yes, it does. Your choice.
I'll go second.
All right. Oh, is Kid in here because we're the streamed match? I need the deck code. I can throw it up on the computer real quick and just put it in.
He's in here because you're in big trouble.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I see. It doesn't move over automatically. Wait, is your guys' game over already?
No, we are about to start. I had
Oh, okay.
to together. I was running behind. I had an issue with challenge.
All right. Luckily, these two have actually not started their match because they had some issues. So we'll get to watch another round 1 match since that first one ended so quickly.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna draw. I will mulligan this hand away. Okay.
I'll keep mine.
I'm good. I will begin turn and pass.
Right. Start.
Yep.
Draw for turn. I'll go. Harvest Festival pass.
Did you pass?
Yeah.
Drop. We're gonna play a Gunner Maid Sarah and search.
Right.
Grabbing.
All right. 1 second here. Pulling up
A
deck logs.
Princess and passing turn.
All good.
We got Forest on the left. Looks like it's a pretty standard Silverbolt list, playing a 2 of Gold City, going for the 3 Rose Gardener though, instead of Ancient Flash. Choosing not to really play around Surefire Bullet, probably valuing the extra draw you occasionally get off of it, which is nice. Let's see. Let me pull up his opponent's deck list here if I can find it.
She's a 4/4, is that correct?
4/4. Yeah. I'll pass.
Alright, begin. Draw. She is not warded.
Nope.
We got Sword Gaming on the right here. Is this the deck list?
Top check.
This is not the deck list. Alright, unfortunately I don't have
Top check.
Sword Player's deck list here. Hopefully I'll have them posted after this round.
And then we are actually going to pass turn here.
I'll start. Yep. Draw for turn.
Alright, so we have Pompous Princess Gaming on the right here, which is pretty good. I still like the card a lot. The deck, I mean, it hasn't changed that much since the new release. We just get like basically 2 new cards for the most part. One of them being Tokateo, which is very powerful, and Brian is also another very powerful card used in Sword for finishing games here. Forest also probably considered one of the better list.
I actually did not whip.
Oh, wow. Grabbed a lily off a lily.
They're multiplying.
I'm being fed that... Yeah, I'm being fed the deck list on the right is the 901 from Germany. So we'll have deck code for that later, though. But it has already been posted on the Shadowverse Evolve website itself.
Pompous Princess to bottom 1.
Sure.
I'll pass.
Begin turn draw. We're going to pay 2 to Evo the Maid Leader. Search.
What are we doing here?
Grab Leonidas.
Grabbing Leo here. What is this? Turn 5, I think? For... Oh no, is it turn 4?
Offer cut.
I'll do half and half.
Leonidas still being a very strong card, though I think it's not much of a win condition anymore. It's more of a happy accident card that your opponent is like just forced to play around occasionally. If they don't play around, then you get to just Leo it.
The Ancient Elf with Unbridled Fury.
Ooh, using Unbridled Fury here to clear Ancient Elf.
Yep.
Using Maid Leader, pretty good. Unfortunately, still two cards to remove 1. But on the bright side, Maid Leader did search out another card, replacing a card in your hand. Luckily,
I can see.
Leonidas now being in the Sword Player's hand makes it very awkward for Forest, because now they have to kind of play around that when it's really hard for them not to necessarily play around it, because usually they have to fill up their board with things. Luckily, Forest does have access to a lot of bottom decks and top decks that could like stall that out a little bit. So like the invisible pressure that Leo provides for Sword is good, but in this matchup, necessarily sometimes like you're just like screwed in never actually being able to resolve Leo, because even if you get Leo out and Evo him, it could be bounced away just as quickly.
I'll go Harvest Festival for 1.
Okay.
Belringer for 1.
All right, are we going to see a Tia here to build a wide board possibly? Yep.
2.
Tia is such a good tempo card. Like on 4, if you're able to set up the 3 combo, and if you have Evo points too, it's even better because then you can build a 5/5 on the board. Tia is one of the few cards that Forest has access to make a wide board in like 1 turn, so your opponent has to deal with it usually. Otherwise, you get to push in a decent amount of damage. Though this board not super scary here. Oh, yep, we got the Evo here, setting it to a 5/5 and a 2/2. You have a good chunk of stuff here to like push damage, and we have Bellringer up to hopefully protect the I guess it's going to be, what, a 5-3 now? Oh, no, 5-4?
Phase.
Oh, yeah, it's only 1 damage into Maid Gunner.
Not bad.
So hopefully protect this board and can follow up with some very good damage, hopefully. I think if they go into 6 next turn, then, and there's no way for Sword to really deal with this board, Sword could be eating a lot of damage here off of a San Suzuka after the Bellringer gets cleared. This is a very awkward board too, because like you have to, if you clear something, then you give them space to do stuff with the full. I assume they're going to 6 play points next. I think it's hard to tell off of their apps here, but them going to 6 is really rough. Okay, this is a really good play because now they can't bounce it back with San Suzuka, pulling out the, I assume, like 1 or 2 of tech card here.
I'm gonna go ahead and actually go back into this deck. I'm gonna pay 3 to put down a Gem Staff Commander.
Right.
To search again.
Oh, playing 5 play points here to do double search.
Grabbing an Alexander.
I'm grabbing Alex here for a follow-up turn, possibly of clearing board.
Then I will pass turn there.
Right. I'll do
Uppercut.
magic split. Right. I'll start.
This meta, like, Force is such a powerful deck. I feel like mid-rangey decks right now have such good value in this meta right now. You either play like a mid-range type of deck that kind of burns people out or just pushes damage off of a combo like Uma, or you're trying to play for the like hyper late game shenanigans with like Aegis and stuff like that. I feel like aggro has dropped off significantly. I think if you're playing in a meta that doesn't have a lot of Uma locally, you can get away with playing hyper aggro and watch people fall apart immediately. I think a lot of Uma lists struggle against aggro if they haven't had experience playing against it because they don't really know what to be mulliganing for.
Phase 4, 5 with Eve.
All right, we see the big push of damage here.
I'll go Nature's Guidance for 1, bounce my Harvest Festival.
Yep.
Get to draw 2.
All right, bouncing back the festival, drawing 2 here. And she's interesting to see if there's a Suzuka follow-up, even with no Evo. Or is he only... Yeah, it looks like he has 5 or 4 play points left. Like, right now is such a good time to just push the damage. You have nothing stopping you. You have a Bellringer to semi-protect your board, essentially. Next turn, you know for a fact that Alexander is probably coming down. You could potentially try to play around that. You want to hold up. I'm trying to think right now. There's not really any good removal Forest has as a reactive play. So you're probably just going to have to accept that your board's going to get wiped to Alexander if that happens. Let's see, how much damage is that though? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. I mean, your board currently clears the entire Alexander one. Oh no, does it? I forgot. No. Oh no, yeah, it does. That's 9, and I think Alexander's 9, if I remember correctly. Health.
I'm going to go Ancient Elf, bounce Tia.
Ooh, bouncing the Tia. Interesting. I feel like a play that could have been done here is bouncing the Lily to just bottom deck something next turn, the follow-up if need be, or just dealing with the board currently. But maybe they're trying to reuse the Tia for a follow-up turn after this board gets clear, which wouldn't be too bad here. All right. Evo killing Gym Staff. That's all right there. Not really fade of the Maid Gunner. Just one power there means it can't get through the Bellringer alone. So Alexander will have to do that work for him.
Yes, I believe that is the case.
I will discard a Harvest Festival. I'll pass.
Alright, begin. Draw. Mana open 0.
Yeah.
True, if he has Woodkin. I don't believe he's playing Woodkin. I'm looking at the deck list right now. Unfortunately, could, you know, kind of bluff it, but I don't see many lists play Woodkin right now.
Bellringer first.
Right. So they get the draw.
Yep. Does the token have ward?
It does not. It just has rush.
Okay. We're going to attack the Lily.
Right, yep, working our way up, killing Lily. Probably going to go for the Ancient Elf next.
Attack the Ancient Elf.
Yep.
And then we're going to trade in with the Eve.
Yep. Alex there being a 6 play point board clear here. Unfortunately, no follow-up for Sword because it does take their entire
Dead here.
pool.
That's the question.
Yes.
Yes. Yep. That does it.
Yeah. You just get
4
Evo.
to play, 2 to Evo. Yep.
Yep.
Dean Storm. Yep. You got it.
Sword not being able to deal with the wide board, which is an issue. A lot of Sword's board clears kind of happen around turn 6. So like if they don't go first, they don't get to like pop off with that sooner rather than later, letting things like this happen with Forest. Be able to build their wide boards. I think that's one of the really huge strengths of Forest that people don't talk about is that its 2 game plans are very good. It can, if you have trouble dealing with wide boards, it has the ability to go wide if it has the right cards in hand. Otherwise, it can sit back and just kind of play a semi-control game and then, you know, burn out with Silverbolt and things like that, and San Suzuka pushing in a little bit extra damage.
Yep.
All right.
Die to Grass Forte, exactly.
All right, that's it. Good luck.
You too.
All right, guys. We will be waiting for the next round to start here. Let me throw up some music again. All right, let's see. Round 2 is already ready to go, so we'll be jumping into a game very soon. Should have brought Angelic's knife. True. Once again, everyone, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Really appreciate it. For those that aren't aware, we just recently enabled memberships for our YouTube. So if you want to burn your money for no reason, you can support us. I'm going to try to save some money to get some nice overlays set up with whatever is donated through memberships and stuff. We're kind of working on things to do for our memberships. So if you become a member and you have any suggestions you want us to do, like private videos or things like that, let us know. Otherwise, it'll just be like you get access to some of our videos earlier rather than later. All right, let's find another match here to play in. Or let's see. Let me see.
If it's Uma or
okay. I actually didn't know that. It's good to know.
So
Hello, everyone.
If using one of the Uma leaders on reveal, they had to let you know which craft, if it's either pure Uma or that.
Good to know. I don't know if you can see. It's just the forest.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right, guys. I'm gonna be doing. You guys are the stream match. You guys can start whenever you like.
Perfect. Just gonna get
All right.
shuffle in.
A couple more, real quick.
All right. And would you like to cut?
Sure. And would you like that?
Sure thing.
Yeah.
That over there. All right, let's just do that quick dice roll once you're ready.
Sure thing. Get the app set up here. Okay. I'm gonna do a high roll.
Oh yeah, let's go high roll.
All right.
I got 4.
I also got a 4.
All right, one more.
I got a 4
4.
again.
Oh
my god.
all right. Run it back. 2.
6.
All right, your call.
Okay. I'll go first.
All right, sounds good. Evo points.
Well, you know what'll help actually if I pull up your stream so I can see what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna mulligan this hand.
Same here. I'm gonna mull. Okay. All right. Well, let's have a good game, man.
All right. Best of luck. First turn. Pass.
All right. Begin turn. Draw for turn. Pay 1. Bell ringer angel. Activate ward and pass.
I think I had them swapped here. I'm not sure.
Oh boy, this is great. Go ahead, pass.
Yep, we have Forest here versus Abyss.
Activate ward.
Looks like it's a Abyss discard control list for the most part. A little other stuff sprinkled in here. The Forest list, though, looking a little spicy. We're playing some Flaming Glass in this list. They said, hey, we want some board wipes too in this class, so you know what, screw it. We're just going to play Flaming Glass, apparently.
Flash for 3 and pass.
Still playing Silver Bullet and everything, though. Strong.
Draw for turn. Asian Flash is 3 power, right?
The 3/3, yeah.
Gotcha.
So Abyss Control, I've been playing. I've been playing a lot recently. Not necessarily this exact build, but fairly similar. I mean, there's only so much control you can do with Abyss.
Okay.
So these like slow turns here for Abyss is generally good. Like when they can start popping off around turn 3 or 4 and so forth.
We'll use just 1 play point. We're gonna race.
Yep. Bouncing spell ringer.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And then on race I get +1/+1. I should have my dice.
Yep.
Oh, did I not do these codes correctly?
Sorry, I should have had the dice ready
No worries,
beforehand.
no worries.
Forgot about it.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Oh, this goes here actually.
And I'll just swing at you
All right.
for 4.
4 to face. Gotcha.
There we go. I fixed the decks. Don't worry, guys.
No.
Gotcha.
Here we go. There's the correct deck codes.
I'll just end it there.
Okay. Begin turn and draw for turn. Alright, we're gonna pay 1. Get the bell ringer back out.
Sure.
And then we'll pay 1/2 for Seeking the Pearl.
Seeking the Pearl here is just a 3/2 that on death you mill 2 from your deck into your grave. Helps charge up the Necro Charge for the deck. Usually you need roughly 10 to like get maximum value off of all your Necro Charge, but most of that doesn't happen until turn 6 or 7 anyway.
And I will pass.
I've also been enjoying Control Abyss lately. I've added like a really good win percentage with it, so it's been a very fun deck.
I'll just pay 2.
Okay.
Marvelous Sunday, bouncing
Yep.
Activation Flash.
Ooh, not using flash to remove
Correct.
the
Yes.
ward. Interesting.
Then gonna just pay 1 to Nature's Guidance the Marvelous Sunday and draw a card.
Sounds good.
Looks like they are drawing through the deck. They're probably looking for something good here.
Okay.
Pay 1 more. So Nature's Guidance again on the Harvest Festival draw.
Dang.
And that puts me at 9, so I'll have to discard some real quick.
Okay.
This forest list is very, very cute. I just noticed too, they play 3 Eat Fast, Yum Fast,
All right.
which is a spicy card. You get to search out Suzuka here, and I guess in this case you get to search out Flame Glass too. I guess if you make it to turn 10, you need to clear the board. There you go.
For nice nature. We will activate Ward, swing 3 at you with Seeking the Pearl.
I'll take 3.
Then I will pass a 2 up.
Okay.
Passing 2 up, a common card I've been seeing more people get on is Undying Resentment. It's my preferred quick spell to remove things on board. It deals 3 damage and you mill a card here, so that's like kind of what it's representing. It does represent also soul conversions if that comes up as well. Not really seeing anything else at 2 they could be doing. I mean, I guess you can be afraid of Angelic Snipe and things like that.
We'll go 3.
We'll see how Forrest plays this out here.
All right.
And we'll pay 1 to race to bounce the Bell Ringer back to your hand.
Sounds good.
And then I can't see the name of that, but we'll crash into your
Seeking the Pearl?
yeah, into there.
Okay, so you'll be down to 1 life. And then last words, the top 2 cards of my deck go to Cemetery. So 1 and 2. So 2 cards got added, Soul Dealer and Cerberus.
Okay.
And then I'll have a die right here just for Necro Charge, so I'm currently at 3.
Sure. All right, and then
It's going to be really hard once Abyss starts ripping cards from their opponent's hand. If they draw into
play the 2.
the Crazy Executioner and
Marvelous
see
Sunday to bounce
like
Salvation Flash back to hand and heal 2.
Frost or anything like that, or Glass or anything like that, or Flame, they can just rip that from their hand and be like, get that crap out of here.
All right.
Delay them a little bit. But yes, Force does have a very good draw engine once they have like the key cards to start bouncing back and forth.
We're going to pay 5 for Rice Shower, pinging your card for 3. And then the top 2 cards in my deck go to Grave. So 1 and 2. Necro Charge now to 5. I'll then pay 1 for my Bell Ringer. Swing 3 at face with Nice Nature.
All right, I'll take 3.
And then activate Ward for Rice Shower and Bell Ringer, and I will pass.
One thing about this early damage from Abyss too, a lot of times you don't really have to care because Control Abyss's usual game plan is a Zazel, so like healing early doesn't really matter. You usually have to wait till after the Zazel turn to start healing, or once you're like close to 10, then you can kind of force them to play the Azazel. Though most lists usually run 3 Azazel. I'm looking at this list right now, it's only running 2. They probably feel like they only need the 2. Azazel as like a random RNG discard card too, just so good in my opinion. I've enjoyed the card, especially because it's just pay forward, play a 6/6. Your opponent discards a random card. Sometimes you just like hit their winning piece, which has happened a few times when my opponent's down to like 3 card hand. Is there a missing opponent here? Oh, we do. Sorry, guys.
Okay, 1.
Okay.
For Harvest Festival.
All right.
2 for Ancient Elf, bouncing back the Harvest Festival.
Yep.
So draw a card, making this a 3/3.
Sorry, guys. Let me try to resolve this missing opponent.
Sounds good.
All right. I'll then pay 1 to get the Harvest Festival back out,
Yep.
and 1 to evolve the Ancient Elf.
Up to 5/5.
Bouncing up the Harvest Festival again, drawing a card.
Yep.
Swafford, if you're still here, tell Ellis
And,
his opponent's waiting for him. I'm gonna have to like literally give him a game loss if he doesn't show up soon.
The last words of Right Shower. Yep. And so I will be adding back a Seeking the Pearl with Right Shower's last words.
Okay.
And,
And
so
then
that's
I'll-
down to 5/2. Gotcha.
All right, and then I'll just pay 1, put out Harvest Festival,
Okay.
and I will end turn there. I'm at 8 cards, so I will discard the Eat Fast, Yum Fast.
All right. Again, turn and draw. Untap and untap. Yeah, let's just do that. We're going to pay 5. Right Shower, pinging the Ancient Elf for 3.
Okay.
Then top 2 go to grave. 1 and 2. Now up to Necro Charge 7.
Okay.
And then I will. What's the only cards I have? 1, 2, 3, 7 card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Activate ward on these 2 3 FAs with Right Shower.
Okay.
And then I'll pass with 2 up.
Okay, looks like we got it here. All right, I am back.
Go ahead and pay 2. Marvelous Sunday, bouncing the Harvest Festival.
Okay, 2 life.
Draw a card for 2.
Abyss looking like it's in a decent position here, but I mean, we kind of know, as the viewers, we know that Flaming Glass might be a thing that's dropping sometime soon, and then that board is just gone, essentially. Three Kali and 2 Right Showers in the deck list. I personally don't like Right Shower and Control Abyss. It's like, on paper, it's like a good card, but it's like Last Word effect gets almost no necessarily good value, in my opinion. Like, you get Fine Motion or Nice Nature back, which is like, alright. Nice Nature, I guess, is like a decent one to pick up. Usually, Fine Motion, you're kind of limited to how many carrots you're running, which is usually like 2, and looks like, yes, there's 2 in the Evil list here. So Fine Motion doesn't come as often. Personally, in the 5-drop slot there, I prefer 2 Kawi and 3 Dark Angel Olivias.
3.
I think that's like
Nation Flash.
the best in that area there. Kawi's really good. Kawi does have issues, though, against Forest, because Forest gets to bounce whatever they want. So you're forced to play like Soul Conversion on the same turn you play Kawi if you want to use it on something big or to remove something. You can't always guarantee that it's a ward that's going to stick around, which is kind of rough. It's like the one thing about Forest that makes it rough. They can just like, their little guys can get in because they have things like Flash and Flash, Silent Suzuka, and then Rose Gardener also. And Lily. They all bottom deck or move the card somewhere else.
They heal 1 draw card.
Yep. To 18 health.
And then I will pass there. This is a 4/4.
4/4.
Go ahead.
Before you end your turn. at
Oh,
the
I
end of
am.
your- yeah, at the end of your turn.
Go ahead.
So I'm gonna pay 2. We're gonna use Undying Resentment on. That's a 2/3, right?
This is a 2/3.
Yeah, we're gonna deal 3 with Undying Resentment to it.
Okay.
So this goes in, and the top card of my deck goes to grave.
Okay.
And so I'm up to Necro Charge 9. All right, and then
All
I'll.
right. And then really quick, I'm at 8 cards, so I'm just gonna ditch the.
Gotcha.
Second E-Fast Yum. Opponent plays 3. I think 3 in the deck is kind of extreme. I'm wondering what the thought process behind that is.
Yeah, let's just do
I play it as like a 1 of tech card because it just like randomly gets you the reach you need to win games sometimes and your opponent taps out.
We're gonna pay 7. for Alucard, I'm at Necrocharge 9 right now, so he's not gonna get 2 extra power.
Okay.
But he has Storm, so we're gonna do 4 at face, and then with his strike, we're gonna deal 4 to your flash, and I will gain 4 life. And then we'll do 3 at face with Nice Nature, and 3 at face with Rise Shower. With Ward is activated. I have, let's see, how many cards?
So
7
Biss
cards.
pushing through here, really good.
We'll pass with that.
Unless there's like a board wipe here coming with like actually setting up Flaming Glass, I don't know how much longer Forest can really handle this here. How else can they handle the board? I mean, they could Silent Suzuka, pop something back to hand, clear like the ward or something. No really removal. They played 2 executions here. They could execute Alucard if needed. Alucard's pretty annoying, letting your opponent heal and deal 4 damage to anything on board, which is really, really rough. You don't want them to have that insane value like that.
Play 4 for Silent Suzuka
Gotcha.
and 2 to evolve it.
Okay.
We'll top deck the ward
Okay.
and I'll trade into Alucard.
Gotcha. Alucard is dead. I am now at Necrocharge 10.
Yeah.
Here, just so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. I'll then just pay 2 for Ancient Elf and
Okay.
1 for a Bell Ringer and ward both.
Gotcha. And that'll be turn?
That'll be turn, yeah.
Okay. Untap, begin turn, and draw for turn. Ancient Elf is at how much right now? 3/3?
It's a 2/2.
2/2.
No buffs, yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Ancient Elf not being a 3/3 right now means you can't trade off your Nice Nature and then play Rico to clear board here and deal 3 damage to your opponent, putting them to 5. I'm sure that was part of the reason they're like considering it. What else do we have here that could be played? Oh, they do play Lucifer as a 1/of, which is one card I've been thinking personally as well for the Control Abyss game plan.
Seeking the Pearl. We're going to use 1 Evo point
Okay.
to raise her. And so we will do Seeking the Pearl into your Ancient Elf.
Okay.
When this dies, I add the top 2 cards of Grave to deck to Grave. Then
See Azazel and Crazed
do
Executioner.
Nice Nature into your Bell Ringer.
Alright, now draw a card.
Yep. And then I'm going to pay 6 for Death's Breath. I could choose a follower of 8 or less in my cemetery, put it on the field, and it gains ward.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to bring out Alucard. I am past Necrocharge 10 now.
Ooh,
Gets
we get a deal
plus
6
2
here.
plus 2 power. So he is at 6/4. And we will do 6 at base. And the strike ability does not happen because you have nothing on your field.
Yeah.
And then I will pay 1 for a Bell Ringer Angel, ward, and pass. So both of these have ward.
Yeah. Alright.
Really rough scenario they're in now.
Onto
I
you.
don't know how they're gonna get out of this outside of literally doing something like Flaming Glass combine and then pop off, clear the board.
It really happens like that.
Yeah.
But even
Well,
then, like a
I'll play
Death's Breath
the
or top deck
golden-
Alucard again, just like
I'm
basically
ready,
game.
I'm ready. Let's see it.
We'll pay 10
Oh,
Flaming Glass.
oh my! It's Flaming Glass.
We'll attack into, I mean, either ward. The strike's going to go into play. 3 damage. So I'll go into the Alucard so that way it kills it.
All right, Alucard will die.
And then she's at 1. The strike is only 3 because I don't have Flamer Glass.
It's 3 to the board, or
It's 3 to the board, yeah.
gotcha.
I have
So
to discard a card, don't I?
yep, you have to discard a card with Nice Nature, and then I will draw a card because
We'll
of
discard the elf.
okay.
And then Flamer Glass is at 1 because it took 6 from the Alucard.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the 3 was
And that'll
not
be
enough.
turn?
That'll be turn.
All right. Begin turn. Draw for turn. We're gonna pay 7 Alucard up to 6, and
Yeah.
face for game.
Good
Al
game. Yeah, I got
card.
the- finally
GG's there.
got the glass that last
Oh,
turn. I
and
was
you had the
waiting
other
for
one.
it.
Oh my
And then
god!
I had the silver bolt too, but I was
Oh,
just.
yeah. If you got those out, that would have been. I would have been over for me.
But I needed. It just took too long.
Yeah.
GG,
Like I said,
guys.
very,
It was a
very
fun game to watch.
experimental Deck.
Yeah.
Very experimental deck.
GG's, man. GG's.
GG's.
Well, that was a very interesting game. Always fun to see Flaming Glass and people experimenting with new builds. Let's see here. Yeah, we have 3 games done, just 2 more going. One of them had a late start, so I'm sure it's going to be a little bit longer than normal. I'm going to step away here for a second, guys. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. And for the players here, thank you so much for joining in this event itself. I appreciate it a lot. It's a lot of fun running these events for everyone. All right, I'm back. How has the events turned out? They've been great ever since week 1 was our lowest amount, I think, and ever since then we've had very consistent, like eight people show up at least. So the turnouts have been pretty solid all around. I really appreciate everyone showing up, because I know weekday, kind of late at night, especially the people on the East Coast. I think we even have some people from Germany in here. I know one week we did. I think they're actually back. All right, we have 1 game left waiting on. They should be relatively close to finishing up. Surprisingly, it wasn't the people running late. All right, looks like all the matches have finished. Waiting for the last people to do it. All right, round 3 is starting now, so we'll get some of those matches going here in a second.
No, this is the. Yeah.
Yeah, Jack.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I thought it was at match 3 for some reason.
No.
If I'll need a minute. I needed to sort through my cards for a second. Yeah. Well, good news for you. So. I have a bad record then.
Oh wait, yeah. You want me to leave?
No.
No, hey.
No,
I'll stay.
I mean, I gotta train to beat the curse.
I believe in you. Just beat the curse. That's all you got to do. It's that simple.
If it makes you feel better, I lose on stream all the time for Final Fantasy Online locals. So
I like your. Is that World of Final Fantasy? Right?
indeed, it is. This is the fan event. This is the fan festive playmat that they were supposed to give out at the Fan Fest in 2020, but that was when we just got hit with the COVID restrictions. So
So you had to steal it.
No, the card shop in the area ended up taking over at least the tournament portion of it, and all the participants got one.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then this was the same day our local governor said we couldn't have event gatherings of more than 50 players, or gatherings of more than 50 people, and we're sitting here at a card shop with like 110 between players and staff.
Jack, can you throw up your stream so I can set up the stream?
Oh, sorry.
All right, so we have a Dragon versus Abyss game. Interested in this one. I usually feel like Abyss wins this matchup. From my experience, if it's Control Abyss, which it looks like it is. I think most people nowadays are on Control Abyss. No one's really respecting.
I'll cut it there.
No one's really respecting aggro
from the light qualifier for regionals.
I remember the light. I don't know if I know you directly, but I remember going there.
I'll take a half cut. Do you want to cut?
Half cut's fine. Also.
Okay. All right.
Kid, if you remember your round 1 opponent,
Oh, the sword player with with flaming glass. Yes, I remember.
Yeah, I was trolling that day. No regrets.
It's all right. You told me getting bubbled at a top 8. It's all good.
Oh. Now I understand why Kit's rooting for me.
All right, let's see.
Okay. Roll to see who goes first.
Sure, I roll.
Yeah, I roll.
I got a 6.
5. The choice is yours.
Oh,
I will be
whoops.
going first.
Oh. I'll take the Evo points then.
Oh man, am I an idiot? I am an idiot. There we go.
4.
All right.
The hand is funny, but it's not good, unfortunately. So in that
I'm willing
case,
to
Get the correct deck
I'm willing to
codes
roll
up
the dice on
here.
this one.
mulligan. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Ready?
I think my camera got lower or something. I used to have more space available. Yeah, I'm ready. You can start.
I will pass the turn. Go for it.
Okay. Enter.
The classic dragon turn 1.
I will enter.
All right, cool.
Classic Abyss turn 1.
No. Well, Aggro Abyss has stuff to do turn 1.
Yeah, well, if you're running
nothing
certain
great.
types.
All right, let me look at this Abyss list. Ooh, they're playing a spicy called Hell's Unleasher. I'm not a huge fan of this card, but
Best card in the game. I'm surprised it's not the
it's
legend.
it's not a bad card. It's if you need to recycle your 3-drops, it's really good at helping you do that for an extra 2 play points.
2. I will pay 2.
Dragon being discard dragon. I believe he got second at one of our online things, so it looks like it's the same. I assume it's the same deck list because I remember Dean in one of the videos talking about how his deck code is like all numbers, basically.
I will go 1 for Dragon Song Flutes. Do the thing. Draw a card, make a guy.
Necro charge versus discard dragon.
Yep. Go ahead.
All right. I will. That's a 4/3, right?
Correct.
Ooh, playing Necro Carnival also. That's also another spicy card. I talked with Pressure about this card because he was talking about it too. And like, if you can get the Necro charge off consistently, the card is like pretty solid, I think. But outside of that, it just kind of sucks.
I will enter.
Passing with 3 floating.
I'm sure that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it totally doesn't mean anything. All right, we're gonna start it by swinging Hellflame Dragon in face for 4.
I spend 2 to play Undying Resentment.
You shoot it for 3 and mill 2 or something.
I shoot for 3 and I mill the top card.
Oh, just 1. Okay. Cards in hand after that.
I have 5.
Okay. We're gonna go 5 for Libya.
All right.
We will gain 3 health and draw a card.
Hey, no fear taking the lead.
Ooh, I would always make my best player discard a card, even though it helps the Necro charge share. It's just the 3 health kind of just does nothing all game because at the end of the day, you just have to play around Azazel. It's either you're taking punches to the face and like getting into range anyway, and so they don't have to evo Azazel, or you make them play Azazel and evo it, and you're at 10 anyway. Just shutting off some of the resources, even though it does help Necro charge, is still pretty good against Abyss.
Okay, I'll take the 2.
Especially since a lot of their draw power comes usually either through Bell Ringers or Soul Conversions, and them having to discard some of their lower cost cards that they normally would just like pop anyway to draw 2, like makes it a little bit rougher for them as well.
Milling 2. What's my Necro charge at right now? 6. All right, still a little bit to go.
So this 2-drop 2/3 on play mills 2 into your cemetery. Spartoi Sergeant, I think is the name. Yeah. This card I'm always on the fence about. I think you're better off just playing Seeking the Pearl as a 3 of instead of like playing Sergeant. But I guess the fanfare is like pretty good still. I just feel like 2 attack followers aren't very good right now.
Into my hand.
But it looks like Abyss is being able to just like hypercharge their cemetery here.
I will take Cerberus.
Okay.
And I will intern.
Sounds good. Draw the turn. Ooh, that's a card. We're gonna start by going face for 5.
I'll take it.
I'm gonna go 3 for Dragon Warrior.
That is
And then-
not good.
Yeah, spend the 1 to Evo. We're gonna shoot the standing Spark Toy for 3.
He goes down.
Attack the resting Spark Toy for 3.
All right.
For 4.
You take 2.
Yes, I do. On the fact that these are Pokemon dice. Um. I'll spend 1 for Bellringer, Ward Up, and Pass.
All right. Okay, so I'm looking at a 0-2, a 4-2, and a 5-5. Right? All right. I will spend 4 to summon Cerberus.
Yep.
Let me
I
check if I have.
think you're only at 8.
That's right. So I have to choose. I will choose. I'll choose Mimi.
Okay.
I will then spend 1 and an Evo point to evolve.
And get Mimi and Coco.
Yes.
Look at them, they're so cute.
Yeah. Well, they're about to do some work. Let's see here. One Mimi on the Bellringer.
Okay,
All right, we're clearing some stuff here, letting
Another Mimi.
our opponent draw here.
Dragon Warrior.
Move the Dragon Warrior here, and then I assume we're going to trade this 5/5 into Olivia. Yep.
Sounds good.
And intern.
Showing off the power of Cerberus. It's probably one of the strongest cards Abyss has in general. Though I think nowadays a lot of lists are running 2 instead of 3 just because of the control game plan. You kind of only need to see 1 since we're actually getting actual high necro charges now. You usually get the proc anyway after you evo the first one. The second one always gets the proc, and then anytime you use Death's Breath to bring it back, you're going to get both again anyway.
1 health or Mega Guy.
Well, you get 1 health no matter what you discard.
No, but I can either discard and gain 1 health, or I can use the flute, discard the same card, and get a guy.
Well, you've already played. Oh, I see what you mean. Well, you can always discard 2 cards.
I could. I don't have any fun to discard. I won't use the fanfare. We'll do the rights. We'll pitch the Blazing Breath, get a guy, and then spend the 2, move the guy up. Go to end, trigger rights, bring you for 2.
Oh, ow.
All right, rights coming in through now, doing some little pings here and there. Going to get Abyss down to 10 or lower, hopefully. Sure, we're just looking for like a forte kill range here, or even just Ogiri Cap from Dragon as always.
I will pay 6. Let me make sure the card I need is in here. It is. I will pay 6 to play Death's Breath.
Yep. So you
And-
get back the thing.
I bring it to the field.
Yeah.
I choose Azazel. On fanfare, you discard a random card.
A random card. Okay. Double up his hand really quick.
How many cards in hand?
I have 5.
All right.
3, 4, 5.
All right. I'll use the dice to decide. Reroll on 6s.
All right, cool.
Your 4th card. Second to your right. That one. Yes.
Yep. Rico.
Rico getting sniped. That's pretty big, actually, especially since we're getting in range of just like
All right.
setting up any lethal off of Fortes or any storm for the most part, even burns.
He has ward. Then I will spend a second Evo point to evolve him.
All right, so this is why you don't really care about healing as much in the Abyss matchup, because they can always reset your health to 10 at any point anyway.
And your health automatically goes down to 10.
Cool.
And I will ward him and in turn.
Before pass, I'm going to double Blazing Breath him.
Fine, you're gonna be that way.
Hey,
Double Blazing Breath here probably means like Forte plus pitch a card is going to be for game here.
This game just gets better and better. All right, Hell Flame in the face for 4.
I'll take that.
Abyss is tapped out here, so the game is kind of over if we have the storm. But do we have it?
Flute, discard, Fafnir. Get the guy. I'll spend the 2.
Nope, I guess not, since we're playing extra followers there on the board.
Throw a Bell Ringer in the mix. Ward up, pass turn with 5 floating, go for it. And then Right's burn you for 2.
Bringing Abyss down to 7. That's one thing in this game I wish they did a little bit more. When on some of the effects, I wish it was just target player or something like that. So like if you wanted, Azazel could heal you here if needed, if you don't need to use it on your opponent anymore, if you have multiple Evos. I wish there was more wordings like that so you can make cool plays like that happen in this game. So this board is kind of rough. Abyss generally doesn't have good ways to deal with wide boards. Luckily, most of this board is very easy to remove. So if we see an out card here, we can remove 2 things here, and then we'd have to just find a way to remove the last thing. Yep, so here's our card.
Necrocharge is 10, so he goes up to a 6/4.
Okay.
I have to swing into Bell Ringer, but on strike, I select target with... I will select one of your Hellfire Dragons. It doesn't really matter which.
Sure.
It takes 4 damage, and I gain 4 health. And then I hit the Bell Ringer and destroy it.
Bell Ringer down, draw a card.
And I will end turn.
You said he's 6/4?
Yeah, right now he's at 6/4.
All right, before pass, we're going to Serpent Wrath there for 5, and I'll draw a card.
Dig in for that storm here.
You have no shortage of options, do you?
Well, you know, I gotta manage what I got. Any open mana?
No.
All right. Recap. Pitch, Dragon Warrior, and Rights from hand.
That's 6, 10, that's 10 on board. Just need to feed once minimum, and that's lethal.
Spend 3, feed it 3 times.
Going all the way for the 10. Let's go.
Alright.
I will bash you in the face with the horse.
I'll take 10, and the Hellflame will finish it.
The Hellflame will finish it. The Rights will ping you for 2 after that.
Yeah, you don't really need the rest of it.
You know?
Well, looks like Kit ruined me again.
Hey, no, it's not my fault. You gotta beat the curse. I believe in you one day. GG, guys.
But it was a good game. I was on the back foot the entire time.
Unfortunate ending there for Abyss. They were getting in range of popping off and doing more stuff. That's one thing though about Dragon. I think outside of Uma, Dragon is one of the other big, like, if you hit the good high roll on like your card draw, the deck is like insane. All right, so we have round 4 coming up pretty soon here. Let me throw on some background music. Let me check our bracket currently. All right, so we have 3 more games still being played out. They should be wrapping up relatively soon. So round 4 should start in the next couple minutes, and then we'll have our top 4 playoffs after that. See you guys in a little bit. All right, we have one match finishing up here, and then we're going on to round 4. After that, we will be in our top 4 playoffs. Once again, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. It's always a pleasure to be here. A lot of fun playing, or not playing in these events, streaming these events and doing this for the community. It's a lot of fun. And you guys make it worth it. Yeah, I'm in the middle of moving. So hopefully after I make my move middle of February or early February, hopefully we can set it up so I can at least, you know, kind of start the event a little bit sooner instead of like around 7:15 or 7:30 PST. That way other people can get in as well. See how things keep going and how things work out here. I'd like to do more of these, but I just, you know, working full time plus trying to do fun things on the side like this is just takes up so much of your time. Hard to commit all that time. This last match taking a hot minute here. You checking on the match?
Four cards now, so it's not in there. How many play points? You have nothing. I pay 2 for Eat Fast, Yum Fast. Search for a follower with Storm.
Watch this match a little bit as it plays out before it's over.
Go for the songs, is okay? You gonna cut?
Oh, you're good.
Or actually, I could probably preset this up for next round.
I will pay 4 to play the Tom Suzuka.
Yep.
2 to evolve it, top decking the Gem Staff.
Yeah.
I'll hit you for 5.
I'll take 5 going to 1.
Then I will pay the last 2 for Marvelous Sunday to bounce this back to hand and heal
Yep.
2.
Going to 13. Yep.
And I have no choice but to pass there. And hey,
I'll begin. I'll draw the Gem Staff Commander. I'm going to pay 4 for an Albert.
yeah, okay.
I'm going to spend 3 to evolve Albert. He's going to have the +3 off of the thing. So 6, 8. He's going to attack you twice.
Put me down to 1.
Putting you down to 1, and then I'm
And
going
then
to
you have-
pay the Novice Tree.
Yeah, you got it. Okay.
All right, cool.
Damn, so close.
All right.
GG's.
All right, guys, round 4 should be starting here after this one. Go ahead and record it. All right, round 4 is up. Let's see.
Gains +1/+1. I gain 2.
My compatriot has left for the restroom kit, so give him a moment.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
You're saying Kit also went to the restroom?
No, no, no. Oh, I didn't realize you were back. I was telling Kit that you had went to the restroom.
Oh, okay, okay.
Never mind, Kit. He's back.
I'll go ahead and grab my Evo deck. There we go.
All right, let's see if I can get the deck codes up here once again. All right, I'm pretty sure this is this deck code. Let me see his opponent here. Sorry, guys, 1 second. I'm gonna have to blink the screen for a second. All right, and there we go. Let's see. So this is Dragon versus Forest, I believe. Discard Dragon versus Silverbolt Forest. I'm surprised how popular Silverbolt Forest has come through this.
Favorite class, Dragon.
It's to me, it was a very.
How would you like me to cut her?
It was a very underdog class in the sense that I thought it had a lot of potential to win in like top events, but I also thought it was like the type of deck that might have had I don't want to say consistency issues, but sometimes like your games can be really rough. You don't have a very good way to clear boards that go wide very fast. So in the mirror match, it's probably very awkward, things like that. But it seems like a lot of people are playing into this mid-range stuff, which gives Forest enough time to get their Silverbolt plan online while also still like threatening your opponent by slowing them down with the bounces and things like that. One other thing too is Shinko Windy, which is a card I said originally, like to me this is like an S tier card. Like it has to be included in almost all your lists, especially if you're playing some kind of combo list where you need to see specific cards. This card can get lots of damage in against a lot of classes because either they don't play Bellringer or they don't respect the first couple turns of the game. So turn 1 Shinko Windy can usually translate into 4, even 6 damage on your opponent depending on their opening. And at the same time, you get to, curate your draws essentially. So you get to top check and be like, do I want to draw this or not? Yes, it's good to draw, then leave it on top. If not, you got to put it to the bottom of your deck and forget about it.
Padaru character is supposed to be.
Oh, it's Machina. She's from Shadowverse. She's at 5? Yes, at 5.
And then how would you like me to card that?
Have these, please.
And then I'll have you do halvesies as well.
Okay.
And then
I'll do high roll.
sure. I got 2.
I will go first.
Sounds good. I'll get the Evo points. I will keep.
Okay.
Ready you are.
All right, so in this matchup, since I'm more familiar with the current Forest deck, but I mean, I kind of understand the discard deck. I've played it a little bit during the set 2 meta, but I know it's a little different now. But in this matchup, you feel kind of comfortable running into Dragon because generally Dragon doesn't have a lot of like turn 1, 2, and 3 plays that are really threatening you. Usually they spend a turn like passing a turn, then leading into use a Dragon Oracle or some 2-drop that doesn't do anything into like then. Usually that's when their Flute comes down or Dragon Warrior, and then that's when the game starts going. But because usually Forest doesn't have to deal with much, they get to spend this time basically setting this up here. So next turn they get a play down Bellringer, another 1-drop, and then Evo bounce it back to hand and potentially do 5 damage, which is pretty big. But at the same time, you know, they can't really deal with the Bellringer. They're going to have to swing into it, possibly. Like I said here, turn 2 for Dragon is just usually green card, Oracle there. Warding and passing it up. So Force here with 3 play points. Trying to figure out what to do here. Oh, this is pretty good. We get a ping, then bounce May back to hand, and then ping again to get rid of the Bellringer. Then you get a swing in with a solid 5 damage off of this Ancient Elf, which is insane. Like the value you get off of Ancient Elf going first in this matchup is just really good. Anytime you get a play Ancient Elf on curve and not have to worry about it dying in matchups where your opponent like literally takes turns 1 and 2 essentially off is so good. And the fact that he had the May here was very, very big. I was expecting them to play Bellringer if they didn't have anything else, but here we are. The fact that too the May gets to just like essentially pay 1, remove the thing, and then play Bellringer is like pretty good. All right, Dragon did have the Serpent Wrath to answer the 5 damage Ancient Elf. Luckily for them, otherwise they'd be taking big hits to their life total since they're already at 15, which is really rough. And that 5 is so much more to deal with now because they've lost 2 extra Shenlongs from the deck, which means it's not as consistent as you can be with, you know, healing up to 30 essentially. Is that a Judge Promo Bellringer? I don't think so, is it? It just looks like the premium foil version, but it's really hard to tell because I can't see if the stamp is on the card or not. Shinka Windy here coming down, letting him decide what draw they want here, which is good. All right, we're just met again with another Ancient Elf. Warding up and passing here. Oh wait, no, they're gonna Evo here? Oh, yep, they're just gonna go ahead and bounce that.
Okay. 3-4 Serpent Wrath on the Ancient Elf.
The second Serpent's Wrath, dude. Both these players, what is going on? That is really big. I'm sure Dragon player are very happy not having to worry about these 5/5s are getting stuck on board.
Fanfare, I'll discard Trail Light. I'll burn you for 2.
Ooh, this is spicy tech here. 2-drop 2/3 on play. Fanfare, discard a card. You can deal 2 damage to the enemy leader, turning your Trail of Lights into ping 2, draw a card, which is pretty good. Interesting 2-drop to be playing in general in that slot. I guess it doesn't really touch your Evo deck if you have issues with your Evo deck as Dragon, though I think Dragon has some of the most room to work with, essentially, unless, you know, obviously we're on Ogiri cap, which usually requires you to play minimum 3 carrots. A lot of people run 4 just in case for the extra rush if they just only need the rush instead of pitching for Storm. Yeah, Bamboo Memory is kind of cute because, like, once you put it rights onto the board and you play this later in the game, it's just the pay 2 pitch 1 and like deal 4 damage to face is like pretty big. And you still get to have like a body on board. It's a very cute tech card. I like it. All right, we got Bellringer here. Looks like we're going to Evo the Bellringer, hitting the Bamboo Memory for 2. Putting it to 1 here. Probably playing the May.
Yep.
Get rid of that. Probably swinging here for 2 with Shinky, probably. I'd be surprised if they don't. Shinko, Windy for 2.
Okay.
Well, I guess not.
One open, correct?
Unless that was one I missed and the other one got removed, but I don't think it did. But I could be wrong.
Right code. We're going to swing effect. We're going to destroy the Elf Child main.
Yep.
And then we're
I'll take
tagging,
3.
yeah, bring for 3, and then we're tagging to Belrier.
Rinko being such a strong card, such a control and
That'll be
aggressive
my
tool. One of the few decks that can actually run the card is Dragon, just because their board is generally empty for the most part, not having many other followers to play because they play most of their followers are pretty big already to begin with. They get to play this card out earlier than normal too, so they get to play it on turn 5 or 4, depending how well they ramped. It's making it a very awkward card for a lot of people to deal with who aren't ready for it.
Okay, count 13.
I will go Harvest Festival for 1.
All right, Harvest Festival here. We get to see a Gold City. It's a 4-drop that brings back 3 play points when you play it, essentially making it a 1/3/3. I believe it's 3 play points. Yep, or not 3 play points, 3 attack, 3 power here. All right, we get to combo off here, letting us Rose Gardener off of this turn, with lets you draw a card here because of the combo 3. I played this card a bunch in my list, and I haven't played enough Forest that I didn't realize there were multiple games where I probably could have drew a card off of Rose Gardener, but didn't because I didn't read the whole card initially in my initial testing, which is kind of funny. But yeah, one reason to play Rose Gardener over Flash is because of that. Generally, you can, in some cases, especially if you're playing Gold City, you can get that extra draw because it's a little bit easier to combo 3. Play this out, Evo, get the draw, bounce a card, slow down your opponent here.
You have how many? One open?
0.
0 open.
Swing in the 2 when you planned to bounce Rinko there. If you didn't swing in the 2, if you really didn't need it, you could prevent this from taking 2 things out here.
2/1. We'll use the effect. We'll destroy the Rose Gardener. And bring it for 3.
By swinging, if you were planning to bounce that card anyway, that was kind of a misplay in my opinion. Like, if you left it up, Rinko is not very good. The only out in this situation is Conflag, which, taking a look at my opponent or the opponent's list right now, they don't play Conflag, which means if they kept it up, they could have gotten a lot more damage in. Instead of 2, they could have gotten, 6, 7, 9 damage in one swing, putting them probably in good ranges in the game with Silverbolt. But now, because they didn't, they have to deal with this Rinko once again, which is kind of rough.
What's Riko's defense?
She has 4 health left.
Alright.
4 left. There's not a lot of good ways to deal with it. Maybe if you can combo 3 for Crystal Tia, Evo, and then set up the 5/5 to clear it is a play. Otherwise, we got Crystal Eye Lily,
So you're up to
or
14.
Lily, or another Rose Gardener even to just bottom or remove the card once again, or even Sun Suzuka to push damage here, and then top decking Rinko once again. All right, looks like we're going with the Tia play here. I assume we're going to see an Evo here. Possibly, yep. Evo, we go ahead, swing in for 5 onto it. Both of them getting removed here. Kind of sucks that that has to happen that way for a Forest, but you got to do what you got to do to stay in the game here.
We're gonna go. 2 for Oracle. I'll draw a card. That's pretty good too, actually. 5 for Shenlong.
Ooh, hitting the 1 of Shenlong getting to heal 5 here, most likely.
I will discard.
Luckily, there's no rights
Governor.
developed onto the board. No flutes to worry about right now, which is
Spend one more
pretty good for
gold.
Forest. It means they're not being really pressured with life totals here.
Attack into the one rested unit.
Take 3.
And then I'll pass there. Go for it.
I'll start.
All right, we have 4 damage on board here. We can put them to 11 if we can remove the Shenlong. Generally, people don't play more than 1 Evo for Shenlong, so the bounce probably doesn't hurt here at all. You just get to let them dig a little bit more, which is kind of annoying, I guess. So ideally, we're probably looking to bottom deck or something here. Ooh, Rose Deer, or not Rose Deer. What is his actual name? Oh, it is Rose Deer. Rose Deer, really good card here. We get to remove the Shenlong while being able to threaten more life total with the Thornburst. Rose Deer is such a good card. Even on curve, it's a very powerful card just because it generates that extra advantage. It lets you have a little bit more ability to grind out. See here, deal 3, draw a card. Very good, very powerful. Keeping your hand size up once again, making sure your silver bolts are always somewhat active.
So face for 2.
Okay.
Face for 2 more.
Okay, down to 8.
Let's see. I will go Bell for 1, go ahead and ward it. And I will go Price Festival for 1. And I will pass, no floating.
Yeah, if I main hand.
3.
All right, Forest down to 3 cards, meaning that not really too afraid of Silverbolt here anymore, which is pretty good for you. Though they could potentially get 2 card draws coming up. They have access to Bellringer, which will have to be removed most likely if they plan to push damage here. Which puts them up to 4. They can crack Harvest Fest to go to 5. Their draw puts them to 6, so they can do 6 here. All right, we got a board clear coming up with Fafnir here. How many Fafnirs does he run? He runs 2 Fafnirs. This is the only board clear really they have, other than, I guess, Ogiri Cap. Ogiri Cap also being another faller that can push to clear boards with their swing for 3 to the entire board.
Draw for turn.
See how Force decides to make their plays from this point. Honestly, top decking Fafnir here is pretty good if they're able to do that. I would probably do something like that and then push the 5 damage in that you get off of San Suzuka, or like force out at least some of the removal. But pushing 5 damage here wouldn't be too bad either, because then you have a lot of different top decks that could end up winning you the game from that point forward. Looks like Forest here might be searching for a good top deck here.
I'll go. I'll go ahead and crack my Harvest Festival for 1. Get to draw 1 and heal.
Cracking the Harvest Festival to heal 1 here and draw a card, hopefully getting into something they want to see. Honestly, even an unevolved San Suzuka would be pretty decent here if you don't care about leaving the 7 damage on board. All right, we're searching more, digging a little bit more here. What are we looking for?
I'll go Rose Gardener for 3.
All right, looks like we're going to be getting the card draw off of this Rose Gardener, which is good. We're going to go ahead and bounce this Fafnir back to hand, which will probably be replayed next turn, but hopefully then you're in a position to kind of close out the game, hopefully, here. I believe they have like a 5-card hand. Or is it 4? 4? Yeah. They will draw the 5. They can't get killed from 5, but let's see here. Silent Suzuka, they don't play any buff spells here that really matter. So like maybe double Silent Suzuka for game. What else can be happening here? I think they're coming up on 10 play points now. They don't have like a lot of really good ways to close out the game. I guess Silent Suzuka Evo plus, was that 6? Plus Rose Deer, but then they're missing out on the 2 play points to be able to clear or to actually end the game then. So yeah, Fafnir coming back down, clearing the board.
We're gonna go 2 for Bamboo Memory. I will discard. Discard Bahamut to burn you for 2. And then I'll pass there.
I'll start. Draw a card.
Going up to 5 cards here. Let's see what they can do. Burn for 5 is not going to be good enough, but I mean, they could still play it if they want to. All right, so we're going to get a bottom deck Fafnir here. Not too bad. I'm going to slow down the game a little bit, hopefully. I think the biggest saving grace here for Forest is that Dragon has not developed any rights at all, which is pretty annoying, honestly, for the Dragon player, right? Because the Dragon player wants to be able to keep threatening their life total every turn. Because every time they get a pass turn, they get to deal 2 damage most of the time, which puts a lot of pressure onto Forest to like find win conditions very quickly. I like it. Bottom deck, then we're going to bounce it back with Nature's Guidance so we can reuse the Lily again if needed later on. Always like that type of play. It's always really annoying. Your opponent now knows, like, great, anything big I play next turn is just going to get bottom decked anyway. But at the same time, we're playing Dragon here, which means a random Ogiri cap or a Forte can come down and just do a bunch of damage here and threaten the game, basically. All right, we're throwing out here a warded Bellringer. Luckily, that's not going to cause hand size to drop down at all if it does get cleared, which means we're going to be putting Bellringer into, our Force's hand to 6 cards, I believe, next turn, 6 or 7. So we'll see how this works out here for them.
4 for Forte.
Yep, Forte Evo.
Then 1 and 1. Swing face for 7.
Okay. I'll take it down to 6. Wait, it'll be 5, yeah.
All right, just play it. Play another Forte if you got it. I'd tap out for the Forte here if you have the second Forte.
We're gonna go 5 for Olivia.
Ooh.
We will gain 3 health, and then I'm going to make you discard a card.
Olivia here, putting in work, dropping Forrest's hand down a little bit, making it a little bit harder for them to close out the game, trying to burn them out. So I think this might actually be game here. I don't know how Forrest really deals with this board, especially with a 5/5 standing here without having multiple bounces and a way to swing into Forte. Oh,
grindy.
That's game. GG's.
There's the card I was looking for. Very next draw. Good game, man.
Jeez. I'll see you here in Top Cut, I'm pretty sure.
All right, let me take a look at the bracket here. We have one game needs to finish up here. Oh, it's the game I was just spectating. I'll have them report it, and then we'll go into Top Cut. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. All right, top 4 is setting up. We should be back in 1 minute or so. So just chill, guys, and thank you for joining me as usual. Oh, sorry guys, I gotta edit the deck codes really quick. The one on the right is correct. Oops, there we go. Oh. There we go. All right, it's Fresh Cabbage here. Good buddy of ours, Hanson from NorCal here on Uma versus Forest here. We'll see how things pan out for them.
Okay.
Going back in the box for another few months, understandable. Flaming Glass is a rough combo to deal with. All right, we open up with Shinky, or Shinko. I don't know why I keep calling her Shinky. Like I said before, I think in the review, this is like one of the best Forest Craft cards, I think, especially right now. I also think it's really, really good in Uma decks, but no one is utilizing the card. For people just really like playing the Abyss. That becomes a 4/1 occasionally.
I will go face 4/2. I'll go Nature's Guidance on my Windy. I'll bounce it and draw.
Okay.
Let's see. I will go another.
It was a very fun deck to see on stream, though. I'm glad I streamed that one match. I was like looking at your deck, and I was like, "Oh my god, what?" Oh, yeah.
Sure.
I'll pass.
I will pay 1 flower so you Taka.
Right.
I will pay 1 flower seed for you Taka.
Right.
That's 1 for 4.
Really get in there for that damage early on here. 18 to 16 now.
I will draw.
Really incentivizing that swing in Shinko to swing into the 4/1 here.
I will go Shinko Windy for 1.
Sure. Another Shinko Windy coming down. Let's see what we got on top here.
Let's see.
Ooh, card might be good. We'll see. Will it be bottom or top?
I'm going to choose to bottom deck that one.
Sure.
Not good enough, it seems.
I will trade with the Windy that I can trade with. And I'll go Harvest Festival for 1. I'll pass.
Okay.
All right, Narita top road coming down here. Mini Shenlong essentially. Draw 2, ditch 1 after racing. Very solid card. Good hand built up. All right, we're discarding. What's this card name again? My solo drawn to raindrop drums. The kill spell for Uma.
Draw a card. I will go face for 2. I will go Castalia Lily for 2. Get to check my top 2.
All right, looks like we're probably going to have a bottom deck here for Narita top road.
Get to keep my Castalia Tia.
Dude, whenever Lily hits for the forest player, I'm just like, great, I've lost the game. It's just like, it's so annoying because like at most they have 5 hits in their deck of like what, like 32-ish cards or so. I guess 2 top checks. It just like, it is. I hate when it happens. It makes me sad.
I'll pay 2 to make some noise, kill Lily, -1/-1. I'll use an evil point to resolve Tachyon. I will grab, make some noise back.
Yep.
I'll pass back to you.
Okay. I will start. Draw a card.
All right, we have Tachyon on the board. Tachyon being one of the ways Uma is super good at controlling the board early on, especially against aggro. I feel like Tachyon in combination with all the 1-drop removal and 2-drop removal, that is just very powerful because you're playing the Uma deck is just like super busted, really hard for aggro to get through. And then, you know, we put Tachyon on, it's just like too rough.
I will go May for 1.
Okay.
Tachyon.
You know, if you're the MC, Lily does hit occasionally. You just have to have the protagonist powers here.
I'll go Castalia Tia for 2. Combo 3 so I get the token. I'll evolve Tia for 1.
So one of the big weaknesses for Uma generally is when people go a little wide here. So the Gold City May Tia summoning the Eve is just really annoying for Uma to deal with. A lot of times things can get out of control really quickly if the board is wide and Uma doesn't have good answers or ways to slow the game down just a little bit.
I will pay 2, make some noise, and -1/-1 Eve.
-1/-1 what? Sorry?
-1/-1
Oh, the token, yeah.
Eve. Yeah, the token. So it's dead, right?
Yep.
All right, makes a noise, removing the 5/5, which is big.
I will pay 1 stars for you on Agnes, -1/-1 May.
Moving May now. Looks like Uma finding the lines to slow down the game a little bit. Still 5 damage on board, but let's see what they can do here.
2 damage on Eve, -1/-1 Gold City.
All right, we're moving 3 damage off the board again here. So we're moving that. Gold City's down to a 2/2.
I will swing 4.
Right. I'll take 4.
I'll pass.
Right. I will start. Draw a card. I will go face for 2. Ancient Elf for 2. Bounce my Harvest Festival. On bounce, I'll get to draw. Let's see.
I'd probably just Evo bounce Gold City or Gold. I keep wanting to say Gold City back to hand possibly. Oh no, we're just gonna go ahead and get more draws here instead. It's like we're not caring too much about Gold City living cross turn.
Bounce my Harvest Festival. She gets buffed and I get to draw. I'll swing it on your Agnes Tachyon.
Dang, just swinging in with the 5/5, putting it to a 5/1. That's pretty rough. This got ward up, I guess, protecting your Gold City as well. Ooh, Nature's Guidance here, bouncing this back again. Getting 2 draws off of that. Always good.
P5. Deals 3 to Ancient Elf.
Okay, it will die.
Then no 2. I'll pay 1. To race it, I'll race into Gold City.
Going ahead to race Rice Shower, something I don't see too often.
I will start. Draw a card.
We got the Chinese TV in the background. Hold on, let me turn down that a little bit from Hanson there at home. Is this going to be a Silverbolt play from Forest here? End of turn Silverbolt, start of turn, draw a card Silverbolt again. That might be the outcome here because Hanson is at 14. There's not a lot of good ways to heal as Uma. Let me double check his list. I'm pretty sure there's no cards there that heal or really block damage. Nope, not really. So this is potentially threatening lethal. You know, you gotta wait here and see what your opponent does here. Tachyon going ahead, evoing it, searching for a new card to be playing here. Fortunately, no Daiwa here to make vodka a little bit cheaper. I think usually around this turn or the next turn after this, Uma can potentially, depending on how crazy things are, just kind of can throw out 20 damage from hand easy. Yeah, so we're seeing a Silverbolt here, taking Sim 7. Yep, putting down the 7. Then they go ahead and draw here. I assume they have the second Silverbolt if they're making this play like this. I guess technically they get 2 draws because Silverbolt and their draw. Second Silverbolt for game there. Closing out with double Silverbolt. All right, awesome. GG's, guys.
I thought you super had me with that, Agnes. That card's so annoying.
Yeah.
All right. It looks like your next match is in room 1, I assume. And then Hanson, there's no 3rd and 4th place match. You guys get the same amount of points.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Alright. Thanks for the game.
All right. I assume you won, Angel. All right, let's get Angel's tech code up here. All right, you guys can start as soon as you guys are ready. Just go ahead. Oh, sorry. You guys can start as soon as you're ready. Yeah, Force is just like I said earlier, I thought it was going to be more of an underdog deck because it does have the reach to close out games like that, and it's pretty decent. But there's like no one playing Uma really, it feels like, from what, at least in our events lately. There's only been like one Uma player who's consistently top forward. But outside of that, I haven't been seeing a lot of Uma. I know there was an Uma that got 2nd place recently. I think it's in Singapore. You can still find that match online.
Dragon, obviously. Yeah.
But yeah. Go. All right, guys, welcome to the finals. Thank you for joining me as always. Doing a little shout out here really quick. We recently started doing memberships on our channel. If you want to essentially burn money that you want to give to us, you can there. We're currently developing more for the membership stuff. So if you guys have suggestions for membership perks, let us know. Otherwise, right now, the major thing is that we do have what's it called? Most of our videos will be sent out to members first, usually a day or two earlier, depending on how we're going to handle it and what videos. And then we're going to use any funds we get from the YouTube channel itself to just improve the stream quality and improve our videos, get more art done, more overlays for things, and all that stuff. Can the party player play something himself in their own end of turn? No. So the person during their own turn, when it gets to end of turn, only your opponent can respond. So it works kind of like that.
Sure,
3, let's go.
3. Oh no!
That's a 4, 5, 6. 15.
Hard to beat.
That's crazy.
Wow, I'm so good at this game.
Oh.
All right.
I'll go first.
Got a dragon versus forest here.
Oh, 4. Mulligan.
I think this matchup a lot depends on how Forest wants to tackle this. Sometimes Forest just goes to burnout. Otherwise, other times they are looking to go wide if their opponent doesn't have answers for wide boards. Taking a look here. Wait, is this correct? Is this the dragon deck earlier that was playing Phoenix Roost? All right, let's go. I wonder if it paid off any of these games. It's pretty wild here. Dragon does if they get the good ramp going. They do play Hishi Akebono, which is the 10/10 that plays for 10. That also heals you 10 on play. So I'm sure if they play Phoenix Roost, it lives cross turn and it pulls out Hishi Akebono. Like they're having a good time as Dragon. Get a heal 10 in this matchup, which is pretty big. We see like the standard starts from both players here. Bellringer for Dragon, followed by Shinko Windy for Forest, letting them set up their draw here. Yes, Phoenix Roost. We're seeing Phoenix Roost in the final. It is a 2-of in their list, but it's crazy that they're even playing it. It kind of makes sense, I guess, in this meta. There's not a lot of really huge cards you have to worry about, so maybe it's like slightly better to play it right now, I guess. But I don't know. A lot of people are playing Rinko and stuff like that. It's kind of such a scary card to be playing. Unfortunately, there's no third place match. Due to how the ranking points work, we third and fourth get the same amount of points, so they don't have to play the match out. The only match that matters here is finals here.
We'll go face for 2.
All right, Shinko getting in for 2.
And I will pass.
Floating 2.
Yep.
Starts. Draw 1.
Floating 2 is a force player. You don't really have a lot of things going on, which means to like respond with, which means their hand is really bad right now. I feel like if my opponent ever does that, I just like, okay, they have a garbage hand. I can kind of do whatever I want at this point. Because if they're floating 2, which means they have none of their 1-drop spells or amulets that are really good. They don't they didn't play Ancient Elf, which is also another thing. I guess if they're just trying to play around Dragon Warrior, that could be the reason there. But yeah, I just probably don't have anything good going on in hand right now. If most of the cards in hand are like 3-4 play points also or higher, that could be really rough for Forest, because that means they're not going to get combo off for Tia. They're gonna have to wait till turn 4 for Crystalia Lily. Man, I don't know why I have so much trouble saying their name.
Attempt to go for face.
Dang. Hopefully Forest doesn't just like kind of crap the bed here. It'll be unfortunate if they do.
For Medusa. For Neptune, sorry. And she'll summon a Megalorc and give it rush. And then I'll ward, and then I'll ward her as well.
Alright.
I'll pass.
Let's see. Did you read it? I haven't seen her get played.
Ward, summon a Megalorca token while discarding in your field. Megalorca tokens have rush.
Okay. And just
Yep.
4/4?
Yep, for ward.
Okay.
And on evolve is a 5/5, and she gives the Megalorca spawn.
Opponent being nice, telling your opponent what the card does, because I've asked at tournament, there is no Oracle text in this game, so you can't ask a judge what a card does that you don't see on board. This board looks incredibly scary as Forest. I legit think this is just going to be a really uphill battle for Forest. I will be kind of surprised if they're able to survive after this. I feel like the game is kind of over-ish. Like, not to be like Doomer here for Forest. It's just that Forest has issues also dealing with wide boards without building their own wide board. And the fact that they didn't have good plays up until they're at 4 play points kind of indicates their hand is really rough. Like, maybe if they can get like Windy here with another 1-drop plus Lily or Tia to maybe like Evo Tia, get 2 rushes on the board and hopefully deal with things here. It just, yeah, this is not a good scenario to be in.
Crystalia Tia for 2. Combo 3, so I get the token.
Yep.
I'll use an Evo point to evolve my Tia.
Yep.
So we're going to Evo Tia here. I assume we're going to go into Bellringer and then have the 5/5 swing into the 4/4.
Actually, let's see. I forgot about Gold City. They're at least 8. Okay, I actually do that.
Yep.
Okay, I'll swing.
Oh my god, this is... I forgot Gold's City has that effect. Also, they gain Storm if there's at least 8 followers on board, or 8 cards on board, basically. And this actually happened to be a scenario that happened. I haven't seen that come up almost ever. Actually relevant here to like clear this board that they're having trouble dealing with. Now, because of that, I feel like Force actually might be in a position to like be okay-ish.
I will fade the Megalorca into the Eve.
For getting those extra lines of text on some good cards. All right, we're getting the Forte Evo 7 face. Then putting Force down to 9, and then they take another 4, putting them to 5. Really, really rough position for Forest anyway already. They have to run into Forte here, most likely with Gold City. What are they going to do to clear this board? And the worst part is they have, like, since Forest doesn't have any real, like, good ways to heal, they're kind of in this position where they die to any storm off the top of the deck or in hand already, which is pretty rough. Let me double check the Dragon deck. I mean, they have, like, a lot of ways to deal damage. They have 2 Lucifers they run. They have Rinkos if Forest can't play around Rinko in this way, and leaving up a follower attack means the rush can go in, deal 3 damage.
I will bounce
All right. All right, this is gonna clear the Dragon Warrior hopefully here. Honestly, you probably play May, but you have to bounce the May again in order to clear the Dragon Warrior, which is pretty rough. I would prefer to bounce the Tia just to play around Rinko, but I mean, I guess you still kind of lose to like everything. So I guess it doesn't really matter that if you know they play Rinko this turn, it's whatever.
I will Warden Pass.
Starts. Draw 1. Pay 5 for Shenlong.
Oh boy, we got Shenlong, the one of.
5, 15.
Does EX count towards Gold City too? It does not. Originally, I thought it did, but how the fields work is the field is actually only the things in play, not in the EX area. So unfortunately, no. Otherwise, I think the card would be much better.
Swing it into the Ancient Elf. He'll buff that one and toss.
All right, as Dragon, you can just kind of chill here and wait to like get lethal. Once again, Forest doesn't have a lot of ways to heal. At most, they can get back up to 8, I think, here because it's like what 3 Harvest Festivals. Any other healing going on? No. Nope. So yeah, they're just kind of like biding their time until they have lethal here. Force has to really put on a lot of pressure onto Dragon, but Dragon's at 20 after the Shenlong Evo, so it's just one of those games where I feel like, you know, Force is just like you gotta make sure your opponent is low rolling while you are high rolling in response now. Otherwise, you just lose the game. Dude, all the Dragon players we have on stream are just literally protagonist gods, and they always have their one of Shenlong, like, at some point in the game, it feels like.
I'll go another Ancient Elf for 2. I'll bounce my Tia. I'll play Tia for 2, combo 3, so I get the token.
Yep.
Yeah, get the +1/+1.
What is the plan here?
I'm going to use an Evo point.
All right, we're gonna Evo points here. We're gonna probably evolve Ancient Elf, I assume. What they only run 1 Tia Evo, which has already been used. Ancient Elf Evo. Here's their last Ancient Elf Evo. Bouncing Tia, so they can play it again for more 4/4s on the board if needed. Listen, you say gotta channel the Shenlong. I'm waiting for the Dragon player right now to channel Phoenix Roost because I want to see that hit the board, and I want to see them reveal the 10/10 for 10 off the top of their deck.
Starts. Draw 1. I'll pay 5 for Olivia.
Okay.
I'll heal 3, and I'll draw 1.
Okay.
Then I'll pay 3 for Ayla. Then I'll pass.
Okay. start. Untap. Draw a card. Let's see.
All right, able to do 10 damage to Dragon this turn. 10 damage plus what, a Silver Bolt probably does like 15, 16 damage here, which would be pretty big, but then they just died to the crackback, unfortunately. How are you going to deal with this board as Forest? So I think after this is just kind of like donezo.
What are your play points at?
8.
8. Let's
Yep.
see.
Oh, I forgot Marvelous Sunday does also heal. I always forget that about that card, but no real opportunity to really play that card right now with what's on board. What can they do? We're going face here. Oh, I forgot the token's actually 4, not 10. So, or not 5. So we're only doing 9 face damage here. How are we dealing with board? Are we setting up more wards possibly? Oh, we're going to do a Shinko. Or not Shinko, sorry. San Suzuka here. Gonna get an Evo. I assume we're bouncing Olivia.
Top deck?
Oh.
No, Olivia, top deck.
Olivia, okay.
All right, and then we push here for 5 more damage. So we got to do 14 this turn. I think if they live next turn, they have an opportunity to win. How many cards in hand? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 6-ish? I want to say 6, maybe 5.
I'm gonna pay 2 to bounce my Silent Suzuka.
Oh, all right. They're going to balance San Suzuka, probably to replay next turn, remove the big body if they play another ward to get damage in.
I'm going to ward it and pass.
Ooh, double warding. Here we go.
Start for 1.
It's okay. This is what happens here. We just go ahead and play the Bahamut in hand that he probably has, because why not? Let's just clear this. Let's clear this board up.
Just pay Bahamut,
Oh my god, he's really doing it.
and then I'll pass.
All right. So Force has a chance here, maybe. I think they have 6 cards in hand. I think this draw puts them to 7, maybe.
Draw a card. 4 players counting his hand.
Oh, the way they counting their hand, it seems like they have silver. They have it. They have it. No. No! Did Dragon literally just get unfortunately destroyed off of the Silver Bolt?
6, 7. Oh my gosh.
If I got this earlier, I think
Oh my god. I'm surprised the comeback there.
I don't want to see that.
Oh my god, that game was pretty insane. Oh my god. First of all, Phoenix Roost getting in top 2, always really hyped to see. Second, I can't believe Force made it out of that one board state. I totally forgot about Gold City having Storm if there are 8 things on board, and it actually mattered. It actually mattered. I think if you didn't remember that,
I literally forgot too.
yeah, I think if you didn't remember that, you probably lost the game, because at that point I was like, how do you make it? How do you come back from here? It looks very like the board state looks very scary for you. Like it feels like you're pressured to like clear the board and like hopefully stabilize. And I was like, oh my god, is he actually gonna get the Silver Bolt for 7 here for game? And you did.
Giga host.
So what's the opinion on this card?
Dude, that card is pretty hype seeing it. I see you play it twice already, I think, on stream, right? So yeah, it's just like when it comes out, it's like, what? And your opponent's like, what does that card do? So that must always be a good feeling when you have to tell your opponent what the card does.
It worked. I fell for it.
Oh man.
Megalorca has got to be like the best token.
Oh man, thank you guys for joining. I'll update the points lists probably tomorrow morning because I'm lazy. Everyone, thank you for watching also. I hope you all have a good night.
Yeah, thank you for hosting.
Yep, as always, thanks for joining.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take care.
All right, stream. That is it for the night. Wait, did I even update the? I think I did update the deck codes there at the end. So if you want to get rip those deck codes off, there they are. Otherwise, these match videos will probably be up tomorrow for the finals and the semifinals. Once again, thank you so much for following us, watching these streams and subscribing to us. We really, really appreciate it. It means a lot and gives us motivates us more to play the game more and make more content. Thanks everyone for joining us. I hope to see you guys here next week. Hopefully we have a few videos coming out this week. I will be in Texas though for the last chance qualifiers. I'm going to bring my camera set up, so maybe we'll get some blogging stuff going. And as always, once again, thanks everyone for